So, as brokers, a lot of developers, we hear from a lot of developers about how they want to stand out from the market and how they are the best when it comes to quality and all of this. And that really goes into their vision as a developer, right? Today, we talk about Mira Developer. That's where we're at. And I want to ask you, from your perspective, what you think about Mira's vision.
I believe Mira is beyond just selling an apartment or product. Their uh, vision and focus on fully furnished, branded, and lifestyle led residences, where it creates a sense of comfort, convenience, and um, easy lifestyle for people that's going to be part of the
Right.
product.
Right,
Yeah.
100%. And amongst all the competition that we have in the market right now, um, why do you think there's still room for new developers to come in, like Mira, for example?
From my perspective, I believe top tier developers or famous developers are important to be in the market. But as we can see and experience, investors need to see new, let's say, concept or fresh concept,
Right.
stronger designs, layouts, maybe different lifestyle, maybe easier payment plans in the market.
Right.
So, like, yeah, I believe you would agree also with this.
100%. So I like that the way you answered it. You answered it from the perspective of the buyer. Coming in as a new developer in the market, you have to take into consideration the buyer. So
Exactly.
yes, and I like that you did that. You said that. So speaking of the buyer, do you think buyers nowadays in the market are they only solely focused on square footage and the size of the units, or do you think buyers right now they think beyond that and they require more than just the size?
This is a very good question, Yusuf. Sizes still matter, but buyers nowadays are looking for the layout itself, the finishing, the furniture, the services and amenities within the building or the community itself, and the vibes, the whole lifestyle
Exactly.
within that place that makes living in that place more valuable.
Yes,
Yes, and
absolutely.
exactly, especially if whether they are singles or families, it's
Exactly.
very important.
100%. Especially when you live in Dubai, like you live up to a specific standard, and this standard you can only raise the bar when it comes to newer projects. Newer developers coming in. You can only raise the bar and above the standard that's already there. Right now, you were just talking about the buyers and how they look beyond the square footage, and they require more than just the square footage. So, for example, correct me if I'm wrong. They would look for functionality, a daily functionality that is easier when it comes to the storage, when it comes to all of these things. I found something in the most recent launch by Mira, for example, Richmond.
Richmond, yes, exactly, in Furjan.
Richmond is an
Yeah,
Italian brand, right? And outside of the location, outside of the strategic location and everything, I found a lot of aspects when it comes to the functionality in this project that were very, very interesting. Speaking of the facade, for example, the facade of the building, they have something called the
it's very, very outstanding, right?
Absolutely, and,
Yeah,
and not just the looks of it. There's something called mashrabiya, which helps you reduce the heat. It helps you with the
exactly.
privacy in your balcony and all of these things. That's attention to detail. That is something that buyers will look for beyond just an empty space, like you mentioned before, right?
Yeah, I want to add something also that once a week deep cleaning, which is very important, and you don't need talabat anymore during the nights because you have the in-house dining,
Wow.
which is amazing.
Wow, and once a week the deep cleaning is like you're living in a hotel, basically. I
Exactly.
think this is what you're talking about. This is what you're talking about when it comes to buyers looking for beyond, again, just a space.
Beyond just yeah, an apartment,
$100.
it's a fully luxury equipped lifestyle.
Wow.
Yeah, which is amazing. Yeah, you can find even if you go to your gym, you will find your coffee machine. If you want to have the coffee, a cup of coffee before your training, which is very
I
important.
love
The
that.
concierge, the valet parking, um, apart from all the other services within the building, but we are talking about like very important small details that all of us we love and we care about.
I love that.
Yeah.
And I also love that you said they're small details, but they make a huge difference in the day-to-day life. Like if you think about it, these are like the things that you do on the daily basis. And it's also worth mentioning that Mira Developer, most of their projects, if not all their projects, are branded. So, and we're gonna get into that in a little bit, but they're also fully furnished. Speaking of what the buyers look
Yes.
for, correct?
True.
And they're fully serviced, and they offer things that we're also going to talk about in a little bit. But before we get into that, let me ask you about. We're speaking about the buyers. Who are the buyers that would want to get into like some of their projects of Mira? Like again, I have to mention that Mira has different kinds of projects. From villas to apartments and all of these things. But who do you think are the buyers that would appeal to Mira Developer?
Everyone can be Mira's buyer. We can talk about the end users. We can talk about the people who care more about branding. We can talk about modern investors. We can talk about international. So anyone can be Mira's buyer
Right.
or investor.
Before we come into the studio, you
Yeah.
also mentioned that some of the buyers that would appeal to Mira are young entrepreneurs, right?
Yes.
Young people who just want to have this kind of lifestyle. We talked about this behind the scenes, right? Before
Yeah,
we start,
yeah.
kind of. And I think that makes a lot of sense because of the gym, because of the
Because
things.
of the gym, because of the lifestyle that is equipped within the whole property.
100%.
Yes.
We had a look at the gym the other day and the show apartment and everything, and it gave us a vivid idea on really the lifestyle, on how it's going to look like a fancy kind of gym. You know what I mean? Like but it's in your building. This is like what's going to be in your building on a daily basis.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's techno gym, by the way. It's amazing. It's
All the
fancy.
equipment.
Yes.
It is techno.
Yes,
Okay,
it is
okay.
techno.
Interesting.
And it is very fancy, and at the same time, it's very serene because you have the waterfalls and all the machines are advanced and modern, and
You just want to go work out there. You just want to be there every day.
Exactly.
So yeah,
Yes.
it'll help you get in shape as well. I
Yes.
think
Definitely.
100%. So from your perspective, how to evaluate a new developer coming into the market and make sure that they check the points that would fit the right investment?
From my perspective, as a professional realtor, I can say that the escrow account is important, the construction progress, the contractors that they are dealing with, also the brand partners, the representatives. I mean, the consultants that they have who represent them. Also, we can talk about their payment plans, how transparent the developer is.
Right.
So this is very important.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
And speaking of transparency and trust, I think you mentioned brand partnerships.
Yes.
Mira partners with global brands from all over the world, like Bentley, John Richmond.
Gianfranco Ferre.
Exactly. And I think that
And Trossardi as well.
exactly. So I think that adds to the trust that you would
Definitely,
be looking for
100%, 100%.
when you evaluate a new developer.
100%.
Now, from an investor perspective, what are the questions that an investor? This is a bit of a general question, not only directed at Mira, but what are the questions that an investor should ask themselves before making a decision to get into any project or with any developer?
Before you make any decision, you should know who is the developer, where's the location, do they have escrow account, what are the comparable prices in that area, what are the rental yields, what is the exit strategy or let's say like resale process,
Right.
their payment plans. Yeah,
Makes sense.
all these
Makes
all
sense.
these questions are very important.
Okay. Now, what would appeal to the investor who's looking for a high ROI versus what would appeal to the end user who's looking for more like the lifestyle?
This is a very good question. When we talk about fully furnished branded apartments, we can say that they are more attractive for tenants or for rentals because it's less hassle. Plus, it appeals tenants who are looking for more ready and stylish living.
You literally have everything. Everything. Like you move in, if you're talking about an end user, you move in, you have everything
You just
fully
put your
furnished.
foot
Exactly, fully serviced.
inside the apartment, and that's it.
Yeah, they offer you a free valet service outside, so you don't even have to worry about the parking, how long it will
Exactly,
take.
100%.
It's again these little details that matter.
By the way, these little details that we are talking about, maybe we see them little, but for rentals and for appreciation, for capital appreciation, they're very important because they can increase the ROI or the capital appreciation, the price of the property way too much.
Love that.
Yeah, way too much.
Yeah.
Because you are living in, as I told you earlier, in a fully luxury equipped community or lifestyle.
And it's branded too. We
It's
got to put that
branded.
into consideration.
Yeah, branded.
Right now, only in Dubai, there's almost like 2,000 plus developers. There's a lot of competition. So my question to you is, what does the market demand today with all this competition?
From my experience, I can see that the market needs maybe more quality, convenience, lifestyle, easy payment plan, and a property that feels ready to use, not only an empty space.
How do you distinguish from a developer that is just hopping on a trend, hopping on a hype, and a developer that is actually in there for the long term?
See, I believe all the developers are looking for long-term reputation, not also for hype from my perspective, okay? So in the end of the day, it's Dubai's or UAE's reputation.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but how can we know, or like some of the most important elements that can guide us, like whether this developer is on the right track, the delivery date, the quality of the product, the customer experience, and the long-term reputation.
Amazing.
And this is available, I believe, everywhere.
Now, last question is describe Mira in 3 words.
That's nice. I can say branded, convenient, and lifestyle value.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Huda.
Thank you so much,
Lovely
Yusuf.
talking to you, discussing with you, and
Thank you. Same here.
we want to also thank Mira Business FM. That's the
Thank you.
where we are right
Thank
now.
you, Mira Business of
Yes, and
for hosting us, for
yeah,
having us today,
absolutely, absolutely,
and having this beautiful, valuable discussion.
exactly. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Lovely
Yusuf.
talking to you.